Are you Matthew Aldridge?
I'm the attorney of fact for Matthew Aldridge.
You were what?
The attorney of fact.
Attorney what?
Of fact.
Attorney of fact. And what does that mean?
You know, his authorization to do legal representation.
Are you a licensed attorney?
No, I'm simply an attorney of fact.
Okay. And does that mean you have a power of attorney? What is your name? What is your name?
All right, guys. Today's court hearing is totally crazy. We've got Matthew Aldridge here, or at least that's the name on the papers. But the guy standing there is saying he doesn't even have a name. He's calling himself attorney of fact, which is not even a real thing in law. These sovereign citizen people always try to say the court has no power over them. But the truth is, courts always have power over anyone in their area, no matter what. The judge isn't falling for it for even 1 second and shuts him down in a really awesome way at the end. He totally outsmarts this guy. Let's go ahead and get into it.
My name?
Yes, sir.
I don't have.
You don't have a name? Pardon?
I'm the attorney of fact for the respondent mayor.
Well, let me explain to you. Only an attorney at law can stand in court and represent a criminal defendant. And to do so otherwise violates the criminal law statutes of the state of Tennessee and could land someone who attempts to represent themselves as an attorney at law in serious trouble. I understand what you're saying. I understand you're saying an attorney in fact. And what I want you to understand is that if you have a power of attorney, then you need to demonstrate that power of attorney. Do you have a legal document called a power of attorney?
No, I do not this time.
Okay. Then you don't have any authority to act on behalf of Matthew Aldridge in this court. You have no legal authority, nor do you have any authority through a legal document to represent or to act on behalf of Matthew Aldridge.
Why don't the court just let me file this document?
Show it to the bailiff and he'll show it to me. Apparently there's a copy here.
I mean, here's the thing. The guy is saying he's an attorney of fact. And to prove it, he just handed the judge some paper. You guys didn't really see it because it was kind of slow, but the paper quoted a fake law that says he can represent Matthew Aldridge. But for those who don't know, real lawyers have to get a license from the state and follow real legal steps, not just some one-page, make-believe law. You know, sovereign citizens like this guy always love to argue about jurisdiction, like saying they're above the law actually works. Spoiler, it doesn't. Courts use real laws, not made-up ones. And this judge is not here to play with nonsense. Honestly, is this sovereign citizen stuff becoming more common? Or am I just unlucky and keep finding these weird cases? Let me know in the comments.
All right. Well, I find that Matthew Neil Aldridge has failed to appear personally in this court for the plea day on his case, which is set for trial tomorrow. And as a result, you have no standing, sir, under what I know what you're trying to do is to try to use the sovereign citizen approach to this situation. And I'm simply telling you that you do not have the right to represent Matthew Neil Aldridge. If you are, in fact, Matthew Neil Aldridge, then you need to say so and stop this nonsense, because what you're attempting to do has no legal effect. You cannot challenge the criminal law or the jurisdiction of this court by simply filing some legal mumbo jumbo having to do with civil litigation. That has civil litigation in it. It is not a criminal case that you have cited. So it has no effect on this court regarding the criminal statutes of this court. This court is empowered under the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the state of Tennessee and by the duly elected citizens of Cheatham County to empower and enforce the laws of the state of Tennessee. And that is what I'm going to do regarding Matthew Lynn Aldridge. Mr. Aldridge is set for today to appear in court personally on what we call our last plea day before his trial date tomorrow.
Is that an Article 3 trial?
To what?
Would that be a article pre-trial, a trial by jury with jury?
It would be a trial by jury, certainly, it would be. But I don't know who you are. And I don't think you have any authority if you are not Matthew Lynn Aldridge to appear before this court. And you're wasting valuable time to all of these other citizens who are here today. So when I'm talking, you stop talking. No, you will when I'm finished talking. You are wasting the court's time by doing this, and I'm just simply instructing you that if you are, in fact, Matthew Lynn Aldridge, then this is your last day to settle your case. The trial date is set for tomorrow, and unfortunately, it will not go forward because of the fact that I have a conflict and I have to be in Stewart County on a civil matter. So we're going to assign a new trial date for Matthew Lynn Aldridge. All right. To Matthew Aldridge and the individual standing before me whose name must not be uttered.
This judge is handling this crazy guy like a total pro. He stays calm while shutting him down every single time. The guy barely even got a chance to push his attorney-of-fact nonsense before the judge broke it apart piece by piece. It seems like the judge either took it personally, or maybe he just deals with this type of stuff a lot, especially when the guy started quoting fake laws. And honestly, I think it was really funny when the judge said the guy can't even say his own name. That made me laugh. Usually, judges stay really serious and don't show emotions, so that was funny to see. But it was clear from the start that this judge wasn't going to waste time on this circus act. At the end of the day, it just shows how silly and useless these tricks really are.
Then we will set a July 15th trial date for Mr. Aldridge. Whatever this document is that you have filed is in fact invalid because it does not cite any valid criminal statute, and therefore I'm denying whatever that might be in the way of a motion. The trial date will be July 15th. The last day for Mr. Aldridge to enter a plea or go to trial will be July the 8th. July the 8th. Now, we're going to give you a card. If you are, in fact, Matthew Aldridge and you're just playing games with the court regarding this nonsense that you filed, then you may get this card and you may go on about your business. If you are not Matthew Aldridge, then I would suggest to you, you relay to Mr. Aldridge that he must appear on July the 8th, or a bond revocation will take place, and his case will be will take place with him in jail, incarcerated on the 15th. That's the judgment of the court. You need to take your piece of paper and go on about your business.
Sovereign citizens are really something else. These are people who think they can escape the legal system just by saying they don't accept the government's authority. They'll talk about things like common law or the UCC, the Uniform Commercial Code, while totally misunderstanding how those laws actually work. Just to be clear, courts run under federal, state, and local laws that have been around for centuries and are backed by the Constitution. There's no trick where you can just say the rules don't count for you. But these people still waste time in court with their weird arguments, and all they get is a criminal record. Legally, the sovereign citizen defense fails because of something called jurisdiction. Courts have power over anyone in their area, no matter what silly claims you make. That stuff might sound smart in their little groups, but judges have heard it all and don't buy it for even 1 second. And if you try using this to avoid taxes or beat a speeding ticket, not only does it fail, it can get you even bigger penalties for wasting the court's time. Personally, I don't get why people keep doing this. Do they think they're beating the system, or is it just some strange way to rebel? Either way, it's ridiculous and honestly kind of sad. They're not fighting the system. They're just embarrassing themselves. Anyways, that's going to wrap up my breakdown for today. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell me what you think about sovereign citizens in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.